in beef now. Congrats to Paige Buckers. She had an incredible first season, dude. Incredible first season. Damn, dude, there's a lot of value. Look at this play on the Colts game. There's a shit ton of liquidity. Yo, so on Novig, check this out. There's 8.4K in liquidity on the Texans, or sorry, the Titans plus 3.5 at plus 107. Colts minus 3.5 on Hard Rock at minus 105. That play looks insanely good. You can see Hard Rock's the only book, right? It's the only book with the Titans favored to cover the spread. Every other book, Bet 105, Kalshi, all these other books have the Colts favored or juiced to cover. They have the Colts favored. And that's just a ton of liquidity. So this is a sharp, almost certainly, trying to get down big action on the Colts. If someone's offering Titans plus 3.5, that means they're trying to bet the opposite side, Colts minus 3.5 at minus 107. But anyways, what do we want to do, man? What do we want to do? We could do another prize pick slip. So if you missed the first prize pick slip I got locked in, we could do another one. So we have Weston Wilson. You guys want another prize pick slip or no? So they have some like promos. They have the Mahomes one, you know, as well as Taco Tuesday. So you can use either one of them. So check out this play on Weston Wilson. What a fucking sexy name, dude. I bet his mom is hot, dude. She picked a great name for her son. Weston Wilson over half of an HRR. Literally, as long as this guy is not total rat piss, this should cash. You can see here, FanDuel has his over at minus 210. Granted, it's only a one-way market, but DraftKings, Fliff, like every book has this over heavily favored. So let me show you what you guys could run. Give me a sec real quick, though. We got to see if we can get some good stuff. And I'm still pretty annoyed we missed those early couple WNBA plays, but I'm going to bounce back hard. I mean, this play I'm already on. I do think it's very solid. Perez under 5.5 strikeouts. Circa, very sharp book. They have the under heavily favored. So you could just run a simple three-man, right? Take these two picks, and you can either run the Mahomes discount or, you know, the James Cook discount. But if you've already used those, we got to find another pick. So let's see if we can find something good. Shit, dude, we still haven't even done Underdog. Alex, you're killing me. Oh, shit. Yo. This is probably what I would run. Just a very simple three-man. Three-pick entry. Yo, can somebody please put the link in the chat? Can somebody please put the link in the chat? So here's another option. Again, any of these picks you don't like, you could just, you know, replace with one of the discounts if you haven't already used them. But if you're a degenerate like me, you probably already used them. Or if you were on this live stream. You're not a degenerate. We are hedge fund managers. I used to be a hedge fund manager, basically. I was a prop trader. Now, you just kind of, I mean, you are a hedge fund manager if you're a sports bettor. You're placing a bunch of bets. Every bet has an edge. You make money over the long term. It's very similar. You know, so... Penix under in passing yards, yes. Churio already has a run. Let's fucking go, dude. So Jackson already scored a run, apparently. Dude, Jackson Merrill, you stud, bro. So that's our guy. Jackson Churio already scored, so we had him in the initial prize pick slip. For Prize Picks Taco Tuesday. Anyway, sorry. Here was the play. Three-pick entry on Prize Picks. You guys like it? Can you do the Pick 6 MLB boost? Yeah, I can do the Pick 6 MLB boost. Give me a sec. I mean, I'm not sure how much value is going to be available. I'm not sure how much value is still going to be available on DraftKings Pick 6, but we can take a look. Oh baby. So let's see what we got on Pick 6. Again, they have an MLB profit boost. I unfortunately already used it, but if you didn't already use it, let's kind of see if we can put something together. It's another fixed payout, DFS book. So let's see what we can do. I'm very curious about their payout shifts for the MLB, although they may not even have payout shifts. Let's see, though. Yeah, okay. So this is what I would get locked in. Wait. Maybe there is a payout shift? Ooh. Yeah, they did add a payout shift because I included Langford to go over, as well as Jake Berger, that fat motherfucker who looks exactly like Gavin Lux. So there's not a ton of baseball value. I wouldn't force a slip if you've already used the promo, but you can see like Kyle Freeland. I mean, this play at least has some value. Every sportsbook, BetMGM, Caesars, Pinnacle. Pinnacle's a really sharp book right here, right? They all have his under 6.5 hits allowed. The under's heavily favored. And again, Pick 6 is just like another fixed payout DFS book. So that seems like a decent play. But again, I already used the promo because I'm sharp as fuck, dude. Yeah. But we need a final pick, dude. I got to get a 3-man in for you guys. That's the ideal thing I do. So this is probably what I would run. I don't mind this either. You have Sanchez. I would take him over 5.5 hits allowed. So I would just play this 3-pick entry. They have a profit boost on Pick 6. I already used it, which is why I'm not going to run this slip. But this is what I would get locked in. That's personally what I would play for the DraftKings Pick 6 discount. Oh, boys. Dude, I'm in a fucking horrible mood. How do you order one thing from Potbelly? I didn't even order a sandwich, dude. I ordered a fucking cookie. I ordered an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie. They bring a sugar cookie. I had a long flight in the middle seat next to a smelly old dude and a fat lady. Come home to a fucking sugar cookie, bro. Tell me my life isn't hard. Anyways, what were we talking about? Underdog fantasy. Let's do a slip. Oh, shit. Yo, this play looks crazy, dude. Dude, come on. You guys want an underdog slip? Don't tell me I've been lifting, because I haven't been lifting. I haven't lifted in like probably 2 years now. It's a problem. So the first play we're going to go with is Dobbins to not score a touchdown. So take away your personal opinions about Dobbins. You think he's attractive? You think he's unattractive? I don't really care about what you do in the bedroom. This is not about that. This is about data. So you can see here, Underdog, they give you the best payouts in the DFS industry, minus 116 juice on both sides, right? It's just like Prize Picks. You take him to score or not score, you get the same payout. So if you reverse engineer their payouts, you'll see Underdog 6-mans are minus 116 implied odds, right? So basically any pick on the board, they're giving you minus 116. When Dobbins is a massive favorite to not score, Novig, ProfitX, two very sharp betting exchanges. Under's massively favored. DraftKings, as well as Onyx odds, they're only giving you one-way markets, but they have his over at like plus 122, so you know his under is the favorite outcome, right? If they're giving you his over at plus 122, you know his under is the favorite outcome. So then we have Kyle Freeland to score a touchdown. What am I saying, dude? Kyle Freeland over 15.5 outs. Alex, you're an idiot. I do love this play on Josh Allen. It's also a crossed market. Over in rushing yards for Thursday Night Football. So, again, I'm going to try to do a 6-man. That's the optimal slip type. I know sometimes I run 5-mans. Or sorry, 3-mans. 3-mans more than 5-mans. Just because if there's 3 really good plays, even though 6-pick entries are like mathematically optimal, whatever, you know, sometimes it's hard to build. Sometimes it's hard to find 6 really good picks, whereas you can find 3 insane value picks. So here's my final slip, okay? So here's the slip. Here's the slip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, you want to run this as a flex play. So if you go through the math behind these underdog payouts, you'll see it basically, it's the best payouts in the DFS industry, minus 116 odds on both sides. Here are the final 3 picks. Here are the first 3 picks. The top play on the board currently, as crazy as it is, if someone can put the link in the chat, is Dobbins to not score a touchdown. Again, he's massively favored to go under. Just follow the data. Nope, he hasn't done better, unfortunately. Are you kidding me? So what did they do? They bumped Josh Allen by a yard. So what's a replacement play? I mean, again, a 1-yard bump isn't like the end of the world, but it's a little annoying. I don't like to encourage taking bumps. And I don't want to re-go through the math, so I'm just going to find another plus EV pick, which would be Willie under. What the fuck, dude? Are you kidding me? Now they added a multiplier on Kyle Freeland. Dude, I hate this book sometimes. I'm going to literally be so angry sometimes. They make me so angry. They make me so fucking angry, dude. Anyways, here's 2 replacement plays that I actually think are quite solid. Not as solid as the... Are you kidding me? And there goes Dobbins. Fuck, dude. Dobbins was the best play on the board. Why do they do this to us? Why? 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 I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully you guys had enough time to get this locked in. I'm honestly being too nice and generous. I'm giving you guys a lot of time. Underdog is my best DFS book all time. You can follow me on Pickett, see all my bets and stuff like that. Dude, we had some crazy runs on Underdog if you've been following me for a while, but at this point, unfortunately, you know, I'm limited to $25 bet slips. Because sometimes people, you're a fucking bitch, bro. You only bet $25. It's like, well, that's all they gave me, so... This esports play, a lot of you guys, man, you sleep on esports. Like, Underdog had this line at 31. Guess what? The rest of the market, you look at prize picks, you look at every other data point. Esports betting markets are so inefficient, right? The market is just so fragmented, so fractured. Like, 28.5, like, doesn't make any sense. You would think it was prize picks Taco Tuesday if you saw Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, ball hog free throw merchant. Speaking of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, you know, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Dude, that guy's going to be at the fucking free throw line nonstop this season. So, you know, if you saw 31-28 half for Shea points, you would think it was Taco Tuesday. But esports, it's just so crazy inefficient. So again, this is what I would run for the DraftKings Pick 6. 30% profit boost if you haven't already used it. Dude, this book literally cranks out promos like crazy. It's kind of stressful. It's kind of stressful. We need NBA back. Dabble. Oh shit, we didn't even look at Dabble. Dude, somebody, you guys did not remind me that I was in Virginia now. Now I'm at home. I'm on my home turf. Virginia is a great state for sports betting. It is an amazing state for sports betting. Can we please do more Underdog? What's up, Louis Vuitton Don? Dabble and better. Dude, this Red Sox pitcher is kind of cooking. Who? Paul Skeens kind of his ass. Did they already pull him? Oh my gosh. Dude, Paul Skeens can't even pitch full 4 innings anymore. Anyways, let's do some Dabble. So, dude, there are so many sports books. What the fuck, bro? What else do we have? Let's see what we can do. So again, very simple on any soft book. Browns plus 390. I bet this on DraftKings. You should bet it too. It's a very simple strategy for these soft sports books, right? Like, you find a crossed market, right? This is a crossed market, minus 103, plus 105 for equal and opposite outcomes. It's like being able to buy a stock for $103 on E-Trade, and you can sell it at 105 on Fidelity. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. So you can see here, DraftKings is the only book with the Packers favored to cover the spread. You look at BetOnline, Circa, the sharp books, as well as Novig, Pinnacle, 20K betting limits already. Higher betting limits indicate a more active liquid market. And what the... Damn, they're only going to give me $66.94 on that. But if you guys use DraftKings Sportsbook, I don't really know. Nobody asked for DraftKings plays, but sometimes I like to throw them in there to keep you guys off guard. You know what I mean? This play looks great for tonight on Hard Rock. Jewel Lloyd over 9.5 points. A ton of liquidity on ProfitX. This bet or this bet has to be profitable. ProfitX is a super great book. You know, no limits. Peer-to-peer betting exchange, no limits. It's very hard to EV bet unless you really pick the right spots on ProfitX and Novig. Because again, it's swarmed with sharps and syndicates and fucking trading firms and shit. Because again, there's no limits. So that's where a lot of the smart players go. Dude, wow. Am I really betting on the Jets plus 7.5 against the Bucks? Yes, I am. I have faith in Justin Fields. It's also a crossed market. But let's do some Dabble plays. Chat, should I blaze before my 3-hour class? Well, I don't know if I'm included in the chat discussion, but dude, you should not get high and go to class. That is peak degeneracy. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyways, I wanted to do a Dabble play. Give me a sec. Bro, smoking before class, that is crazy, dude. So again, this is Dabble, another DFS site. And again, some people are like, yo, dude, I already use Prize Picks. Why do I need Dabble? Well, sometimes really good value is available on Dabble and not Prize Picks. You know what I mean? Bryson Stott, locked market. Right? Minus 122, plus 122. Every fucking book has Stotts over, heavily favored. Oh my gosh. I'm in heaven, bro. Oh, check this out. Boys, check this out. Devon Achane to not score a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins to not score a touchdown. This is the play that we just missed on Underdog because those fuckers bumped it. This is a crazy good play. So again, you can see here for Dobbins, right? Every book has his under massively favored. DraftKings, even though they're only giving you a one-way market, they have the over at plus 120. So you know the under's favored. Does anyone know a good shield? What's a good shield that we could work into this? Yo, does anybody know a good shield? What's a good shield that we could work into this? Did he do the pick 6 MLB discount? Where's the discount? How am I missing all these promos? Dude, this book runs too many promos. I feel like I look at it all the time and I'm missing out on promos. There is no promo. There's no promo. There's no discount. Perdomo over in hits. Yo, so check this out. Let's see if this works. Liar. However, Perdomo over in HRRs, that does work. HRRs is just HRRs, hits plus runs plus RBIs, right? But it's very weird, right? Like Dabble is giving us a 6x payout on this play. 6x payout. And you may be like, well, Prize Picks gives me a 6x payout. Daddy. That's what you guys sound like sometimes. So it is true. Prize Picks gives you a 6x payout, but on Dabble, we included a shield. Shields are like goblins on Prize Picks. They're supposed to reduce your payout because they're easier lines. But Dabble like glitches out, and a lot of times they just give you the same payout as if you didn't include a reduced payout shield. It's very weird. It's literally a glitch. Which is crazy, because again, if you start adding in all these goblins and stuff like that on Prize Picks, you're unfortunately not going to get that juicy payout. Yeah. So you can see here like 6x to 3.5x just for including one goblin. So that's kind of amazing about Dabble and why it's a super exploitable DFS book. Again, they limit me to like 47.25 a slip now, but there is limitless value on this book. It's absolutely insane. So for example, check out this play. No, why are you removing my guys? Why do they do that? I don't like when they do that. So you have Alex Call. I mean, he has a sick first name, but under half of a single. So to not get a single, again, ignore sports books only posting one-way markets. It's very misleading. It's kind of like if someone tells you your house is worth $105,000, but they don't tell you, like, you want a market. You want both sides of the market, right? Otherwise, it's kind of worthless information. So for Alex Call, his under is heavily favored on any books offering two-way markets. But we still need a final pick, so let's see what we can do. Fuck happened to Ryan Pepiot? What are you talking about? Yo, what's the best shield to go with? What's the best shield to go with? What's the best shield to go with? So we have Mookie Betts to not score a run. And they removed Dobbins. Fuck me, bro. So we could just rip a slit for the Phillies game. Right? All these picks seem solid. 6x payout. You're also getting positive correlation, right? Like in the MLB, I mean, it's very similar to NFL. But not as powerful. Like, let me be very clear. MLB correlation is not as powerful as football correlation. Like, you know, if you take, what's a good example? Tyreek over in receiving yards. Tua, his odds are the same for his over and his under, right? In passing yards. If you take both overs, you get plus 155 on your same game parlay. FanDuel factors in correlation. You switch Tua to an under, even though the odds are the same on the over and the under, they bring it to plus 348. So in the MLB, right, it's not as powerful as football correlation, where a lot of times Prize Picks does not add in a payout shift, and you can stack a quarterback in their main target, wide receiver or tight end. In the case of the Raiders, I guess, like, you know, Bowers. Like, take Geno over, Bowers over. You can still get a 10x payout. For four-mans, usually they don't add a payout shift. But for baseball, number of at-bats is positively correlated. So stacking hitters on the same team to go over is positively correlated. The more chances a hitter has in a game, you know, obviously, the higher probability they're going to go over or under. So Mookie Betts is positively correlated with Alex Call. Stop 0.5 HRR. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what's the payout here? So here they do add in a payout shift when you include the shields. That's why, again, you kind of need to be a little careful. A little bit careful. A little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Damn. Here it brings you down to 15x. Fuck that shit, right? We definitely don't want to go down to a 15x. And they removed him anyways. Fuck. Well, let's see this. 5.7x now, you cocksuckers. Let's see. What if I throw in Ohtani under half of a run? How does that work? Dude, shout out Jackson Merrill. That's crazy. What a way to start the day. I love Jackson Merrill. And now they add in a payout shift. Damn. Let's see. I'm trying to see, are there any other shields that work with a 3-man? 5.7x, that's brutal. It's brutal. Anyways, it kind of like is a manual process. You got to play around with it. It's a little bit annoying. But I'll try to do another Underdog fantasy play. Again, the last play they removed pretty quick. But here we have Ben Rodevart, right? This line is not available on Prize Picks, but it does check out from a value perspective. Every book has Ben's over, heavily favored. DraftKings minus 146. Again, FanDuel, kind of ignore it. It's only a one-way market, right? I wish they put Dobbins back on the board on Underdog. That would be really nice if they put Dobbins back on the board. I'm trying to hit Dobbins under again, bro. Should I go to the gym today? Fuck. This play's super good. Jalen Warren to not score a touchdown. Every buck has his under heavily favored. There's not that many ways to put it. So we have two super sharp picks. Some may call this the sharpest, sexiest slip they've ever seen, which is an honor. It's an honor to be called that slip. Yo, so here is a 3-man, 3-pick entry, 3-pick entries. Again, slightly worse in terms of the EV, but if you get 3 extremely good picks, that's okay. Who you got for WNBA single bet? I love sluts. What are you talking about? 6-man, please. Some of you guys really want a 6-man. Nah, I'm just going to run a 3-man. Sorry, guys. I'm running a 3-man. Jalen Warren, that plays super good. His under's massively favored. 6-man, I love sluts. Better. And there goes the Esports line. Fucking Underdog, bro. The only pro is always when they post these Esports lines, there's just so many inefficiencies that you can just hammer. So, for example, this Nertz guy, I mean, his line's 28.5. We just bet him under 30.5. Like, the line discrepancies, you don't see that in the NBA, right? Jokic points, you're like, books are fucking dialed for NBA. Tonight's baseball. Thanks for looking for a 6-pick, though. We can maybe try a 6-pick later. Let's see what else we had. Yo, so there's a new DFS book. I gotta re-download it. Anyways, I gotta log in and stuff like that. That's gonna take a minute. Bro, the Mets are pounding. The Mets are pounding them. Let's see FanDuel. So FanDuel has a profit boost tonight for home runs. So basically, any player, they give you a 30% profit boost for the guy to go yard. And you can either use it in a parlay or a straight bet. Right? So for example, this dude, you know, Cameron Norby. Again, there's thousands of possible players, or I guess not thousands. There's not that many MLB games left tonight. That maybe is an over-exaggeration. But there's a lot of players you can bet. Obviously, you want to zone in on the players that actually have value, like Jackson Merrill, which you probably should have bet. You probably should have been in the 7 Discord. Alex, can you watch my laptop? I have to piss. Sleeper boost or rebet, please. Dude, honestly, I still can't believe they brought a sugar cookie because it's just stupid. What if they brought a peanut butter cookie? I'm allergic to peanut butter. So long story short, Norby plus 560 looked really good. And you can always take these profit boosts. You can add the profit boost. So 30%'s a lot, right? You're going to be getting plus 728 now. And you could arbitrage bet it depending on how much you can bet. So anyways, let me just lock in this play though. Shut the fuck up, Alex. Let's go. Shut up, Alex! You guys got to tell me to shut up when I start yapping a little too much. I apologize. Sometimes I just get excited about the math and, you know, sexually and stuff like that. You could also just parlay it. You'll still get a 30% boost. So you could run Norby Devers. And again, you can take these profit boosts and like work into arbitrage bets if you want to. That's what I did initially when I started sports betting. I was a pussy. I did not want to take risk. So I took all the 30% profit boost they give you on FanDuel, some for college football, some for home runs. I found the best line. I hedged against another book to lock in a profit. But let's see if there's anything sexy on Sleeper. There probably is. Sleeper, the best value is always on unders for touchdown scores. As crazy as it sounds, dude, Jonathan Taylor touchdown this weekend was clutch. I was super annoyed. I'm sure you guys were annoyed. We had a lot of action on Jonathan Taylor to score a touchdown. It was very frustrating when Daniel Jones, like Jonathan Taylor had like a 50-yard reception. You think they'd reward him and give him the ball on the 1-yard line, and Daniel Jones QB sneaks it in. What the fuck? Alright, so this is what I'm going with for the profit boost. I mean, I've said this like a billion times, but Sleeper, it's not a book I'd bet on a ton. Because they charge way too much juice. I mean, minus 139, minus 118. They're like FanDuel's minus 114, minus 114. What are you talking about, dude? I'm in Virginia. Oh, I just had to disconnect my phone. Right, FanDuel's minus 114, minus 114 for Gabby Williams. Sleeper is literally worse odds on both lines. So if you're getting shit prices, it's a lot harder of a book to make money on. But they do run really good promos, so I run a bunch of the promos. Who was it with Mason? This play, Natasha Heidemann, under 9.5 points. Better or rebet? Is a 9x payout good if it's a super correlated slip? What do you mean by a super correlated slip? How correlated? Love how Sleeper actually just instantly bumps everything. Sorry, I'll give you guys more time on the Sleeper plays in the future. I didn't realize they bump shit that quickly. Sleeper's trash. Let's see if there's any value on better. I already locked in a better slip, unfortunately. What time is it? Time to get a watch, bitch. Time to get a fucking watch. Let's see if there's anything on better. Oh, man, dude. What a crazy week. Yo, Arizona is really fun. I will say, if you haven't been to Arizona, check it out. It's a pretty fun state. You have a lot of sports books, but unfortunately, you don't have Novig or ProfitX. Like, you don't have that many sports books there, which is a little bit frustrating. Or sorry, you do have a lot of sports books, but they've started to take away some of them. They took away Novig, ProfitX, Rebet isn't there. I did not know Rebet was not there, but apparently it's not. So there's limitless value on Hard Rock. Again, all I recommend doing is going to the OddsJam arbitrage tool and just take crossed markets between Hard Rock, which is a soft book, and then Novig, especially if there's liquidity, at least a few $100. Just take the crossed market. This bet or this bet, by definition, has to be profitable, considering the market's crossed and you could just arbitrage it to make a risk-free profit. Hard Rock is the stupid or the soft book, so that's almost always going to be the side with value. So literally just blindly taking every side, you're going to be good to go. But let me get rid of Hard Rock. I'm not logged into Hard Rock right now. Y'all some penis liggers. So Storm plus 190. That looks crazy good, dude. What the fuck? Seattle Storm plus 190. Tons of liquidity on Novig. What are they doing, bro? This also looks ridiculous to Pinnacle's market as well as Circa's market. Yo, WNBA, WNBA. This is WNBA. This is WNBA. Shit, dude. I bet the Fever too. Oh, fuck. I guess I already bet this. I already bet the Storm plus 190. Never mind. Crossed market. Looks great to Circa. Run that on Fliff like ASAP. If you haven't already, you know what I mean? I don't even know what sport this is, but we'll bet it. Crossed market. One of these two bets got to be profitable. Looks like DraftKings aside with value at plus 150. Bet Online's a pretty sharp book. OddsJam makes it easy with one-click bet. So you literally just like have to click a button. It doesn't take that much time. Wow, they give me absolute ass betting limits on that though. They only give me $8 fucking on that. So that's some absolute bullshit. So I'm just going to hide it. Let's see what we got. Oh shit, did I promise better? No, I don't think I promised. I think I said maybe. But anyways, dude, fuck, man. Let me get rid of DraftKings for a sec, though. Where's ProfitX? Oh, I got it filtered in. We're good. Damn, dude. So this Storm play is crazy good. Yo. So if you wanted a better play, I'm trying to be nice. I'm going to go about it quick. Gabby Williams, dude, she reminds me of Charlie Kirk in so many ways. Rest in peace, bro. So let's do a better slip. So we have Gabby Williams over 17.5 PRAs, right? Cross market with Novig. Again, you can't actually arbitrage bet on DFS sites because you have to make at least 2 picks. But you get the idea, right? I mean, hopefully, or maybe not if you're fucking stupid, but no, I'm just kidding. None of you guys are stupid. You guys just don't gamble as much as me. I like to gamble. Some of you guys, you're not serious about this life, dude. Boy, it's a problem. So let's figure this out. Come on, let's go. Where is better? So we have Gabby Williams over in PRAs. Oh, fuck, dude. You can get this line. This is crazy. So this is the play Underdog bumped on us that was ridiculous value. Devon Shane to not score a touchdown. You can see here, FanDuel, DraftKings, Onyx Odds, they're all only offering you one-way markets. You can only bet the over, but they have the over at plus money, plus 120. So you know the under is the more likely outcome. And then the The betting exchanges have her under heavily favored. Is there a promo on better? Why do you guys always want fucking better slips? It's very confusing to me. Very confusing to me, but people always want better slips in the stream, so I'm going to try to do one. Give me a sec, though. I'm trying to move as fast as possible. Shout out. Where is better, dude? What the fuck? So we have 3 picks so far, but it's actually a little bit annoying. They only give you a 5x for 3-mans. Like, even Prize Picks recently improved. They now give you a 6x payout. So if you can't run the college football boost, Yo, I'm almost done with this slip, I promise. And please, if someone could be ready to put the link in the chat, that would be awesome. All right, so this would be a 5-man. The final play is Jewel Lloyd over 9.5 points, because you're not going to be able to see all these, I don't think. Yeah. So the final play is Jewel Lloyd over 9.5 points. Better doesn't limit in their shitloads of value. Better definitely does limit. You can literally see at the bottom. I've placed 1 better slip today. I bet 1 slip for $100. And they're already telling me, yo, you hit your daily limit. So, again, the final play is Jewel Lloyd over 9.5 points. Can somebody put the like in the chat? But we absolutely have been destroying better. So, unfortunately, at this point, I'm limited. Literally 1 slip a day for $100, which is pretty frustrating. But again, that's why you want to use multiple books. You always got to be innovating as a sports bettor. It turns out this year, DraftKings Sportsbook launches a new Prize Picks competitor called Pick 6 that has a shit ton of value. That's lit, right? More books is better, and DraftKings Pick 6 does not seem to have limits. It's crazy. I, again, am more limited on Fliff, Better, Rebet than all of you combined. All of you. You know what I mean? Like, my life ain't easy, boys. Nerfy in the Rockies game doesn't... Oh, shit. So here, crossed market actually seems like pretty damn good value. Skylar Diggins, 4+ rebounds. Support the woman. Women Basketball League, WNBA. Crossed market, one of these 2 bets has to be profitable. Average price in the market, plus 305. We're getting plus 375. Seems solid. Is Joe Burrow really out for 3 months? Dude, the Bengals are fucked. Why can't Joe Burrow... Why are quarterbacks getting injured so much? Why? Why? JJ McCarthy too? Bro, that guy did nothing all game. How is he injured? Just pay me the money. I'll get hit. I'll get sacked. I can take some sacks, bro. Fuck, is like half the league's out, bro. It's going to be a boring-ass season. Again, the final play is Joel Lloyd over 9.5 points. Did someone put the link in the chat to this better play? Did you miss Pride Month? What do you mean, did I miss Pride Month? Bro, Pride Month is in September now? Why is it always fucking Pride Month? Bro. What? Anyways, what else do we got for tonight? Let's see if I can get anything good in. Dude, how is Browns plus 390 still available? I have no idea, but I would bet the fuck out of that if you can. You guys know I like to bet. I like to gamble, dude. Oh, man, it's a problem. Alex, you're a problem to society. You're promoting gambling. You're bad. Shut the fuck up, you pussy. Everybody gambles, dude. What do you want me to not promote? You gamble. That's horrible. What else do we have? Come here, Dabble. Damn, this Warren play is available. Yo. What is the best Dabble shield that does not give a payout for a 3-man? Does anyone have one? So this Jalen Warren play, again, heavy favorite to go under. This play actually looks really good, so I definitely want to get it locked in. Again, on Dabble, they limit me to like 45 or whatever bucks a play. But what you can do is just replace one of the picks to another plus EV pick. Unfortunately, they removed Alex Call. But what if I try to take Otani's under and runs? Are they going to add in a payout shift like a fucking bitch? They are, but it's a very minor payout shift, so I don't even care. I'm still going to run it. Otani under half of a run. Mookie Betts under half of a run. What am I doing? Fuck me. Do not bet this. Don't bet this. Don't bet this. It's supposed to be Otani under half of a single, and there's no payout shift on that. My bad. You guys got to remember, you guys should double check my screen every once in a while. I fuck up. So now I did not want that sweat. I meant to take Otani fingers. Or sorry, I don't want to be fingered by Otani. I meant to take Otani under in singles. I accidentally clicked under half of a run. I apologize. Hopefully he does neither. You can cancel on Dabble. But we are getting positive correlation on this slip, which is pretty nice. Alex Thomas. Yo, how do you cancel on Dabble? How do you cancel? How do you cancel? This guy's got to be good luck. He has the same name as me. Dude, I'm getting a 5.4x payout. You're full of shit. They are limiting. Man, I asked for plays where there is no bump, and you guys give me a play where there is a bump. So you got to be very... Oh, my God. Why is there so much esports value on Underdog Fantasy? They are trying to get our dicks hard, boys. It is sexy. This is like foreplay. This is like a girl showing up to your apartment. Just shut your mouth, Alex. Don't make an analogy. That's not appropriate. Okay, well, it's like... Okay. So Icy's line is 30.5 here, 27 on Prize Picks. Again, there are like a billion esports games every single day. There's sometimes some good live value, but I actually think live betting is unfortunately a little bit challenging on these books. Unfortunately. Dude, Young Boy is fucking cooking right now. I don't know who needed to hear that, but one of you guys did. So there is some good live value on Underdog. Sometimes I rip it, because why not? 3-man Underdog Fantasy, again, crazy line discrepancies. Other books have this at like 27. There's typically a ton of esports value around this time on Underdog. When books first drop esports lines for the upcoming day, I mean, Underdog and Prize Picks and Parlay Play, all these random fucking books, Sleeper, they're all super out of sync. But then, you know, people like us, sharp bettors, we place bets. Underdog will rip the lines down, and then they'll take their mistakes, they'll readjust them, or they just won't even put the line back up. Cozy Trashfire said you can now cash out slips on Dabble. Or sorry, you can cancel slips. I don't know if that's true, but he's actually pretty smart. So maybe you can now. So if you guys want to try to cancel, if you accidentally bet my incorrect Dabble slip, maybe you can do that. Or maybe not. Maybe he's lying. Heavy liquidity, crossed market. That play looks beautiful. Damn. Jets +7. Line makes no sense. DraftKings is the only book with the Bucks favored to cover the spread. Tons of liquidity, right? This is arbitrage. You could literally bet both sides on equal and opposite books. Pinnacle, sharpest book out there. They have the Jets heavily favored to cover +7, or not heavily favored, but these are quite tight liquid markets. So I'm going to bet it as well. Jets +7. So again, DraftKings sometimes gives you really shitty betting limits, but not always. Especially for mainline markets, there's some gems. Or live betting. When you're betting live, during the game, they definitely seem to like give you higher betting limits because most people get absolutely destroyed live betting. You know what I mean? I love my mom. What else you got for me, bitch? Duh. So I guess they don't let you just replace one of the picks and bet it, but I tried. Anyways, what other books do you guys want to look at? Should we rip some more pick six? Or is that crazy, dude? How much is good liquidity? It depends on the market, but even just a few $100s. I would say you want to see at least a few thousand for a mainline MLB, NFL market, which happens all the time. For player props, even a couple $100. The more niche the market, the less liquidity I look for. So batter walks, WNBA rebounds, $100, $200 in liquidity on Novig or ProfitX, and the market is crossed, and it doesn't look horrible relative to other bucks, very valuable. For an NFL money line, not as much. Owner's box, please. So someone's asking for owner's box. Damn, dude, I look jacked and I literally don't lift. That's fucking lit. Dude, I never have to work out. I just look so good naturally, bro. I'm just bragging. And fucking with you guys, half fucking with you guys, half bragging. Who the fuck is blowing up my phone? A lot of people. Are you okay? My girlfriend, yeah, I'm okay. Or fiance. I'm actually engaged now. I gotta start getting that correctly. It's fiance, not. It's fiance. I apologize for fucking that up. For all you guys who get butthurt about shit like that. Anyways, what were we talking about? We were talking about DraftKings pick six, or at least that's what I was talking about. I don't know what you guys were talking about, if I'm being completely honest. Dude, there is some crazy value. Should we rip a absolutely massive slip? Yeah, I think we should. Seattle Storm money line on Fliff. Yes, I'm on that. Damn, dude. So we're fading Mookie and Ohtani in the same slip. I don't know why. That seems like a recipe for disaster, but I love it, and I'm in there. Again, I just follow the data, right? I have some ups and downs, that's for sure. I don't need to hear about them, or you can tell me about them. I don't really care, but you can tell me whatever you want. But what was I going to say is, if you have an edge and if you're following data, data never lies long term. You got to remember that, I'm not picking my nose, I'm scratching. So now on DraftKings, they finally removed that line on Palmer. However, they have some crazy shit available right now, dude. Look at this rushing yards line. They have Jaden Baugh at 71.5. Literally every other fucking book. Right? They all got him at 64.5. Literally every book. I have no idea what they're doing. So, they're being stupid. You want books when they're being stupid. If all books have the exact same lines, you're basically just betting into the juice, right? You don't have a fucking edge. You're just betting with your gut into the juice, which is stupid. Yo, where is Pick 6? Come back. I love you, Pick 6, so much. Come back. So again, they had some WNBA discounts, but I already gave out some plays. Oh, damn it. Fuck. I forgot. Ugh. They only let you pair picks on the same game, or sorry, the same day together, which is super annoying. Super annoying. So this under is massively favored on every sports book. This looks great, but I'm not going to be able to include the play for the Rice game, which is very frustrating. Very frustrating. You way up out your league. Well, actually, what we can see is, if we go to the Syracuse game, passing props, passing touchdowns. So again, this guy's under is massively favored. How's the correlation? There's like basically, nah. Is there any better fucking plays? What is the line on this game? Give me a sec. I'm trying to build a DraftKings Pick 6 play. Clemson is a massive favorite. Why would there not be correlation here? I mean, the under is a little correlated, but just not as much as I thought, which is a little strange, but you know, FanDuel's a $40 billion company. I'm going to put more weight into their shit compared to my shit. Their model compared to my model. But it's still a solid play. I mean, it's just 3 unders. I'm such a degenerate, dude. Why am I betting so? Fuck you. Why are they adding in a little payout shift? How does this change the implied odds? Let's see. What does it change it to? Minus 124? Dude, come on, DraftKings. Why are you doing this to us? Why are they doing this, man? Doesn't even really make that much sense either. What other line discrepancies we got? Anything? Damn. Well, I'm debating. So maybe we replace with this. I'm just not going to run it as big. But the first 2 picks are super good. Had to find something, obviously, to pair with the final pick. Anyways, I'm going to call it a day for now. But appreciate everyone who joined the live stream. Alex, you're so handsome. It's 5.976. Was it a 5.976? Where are you seeing that? 5.9. Oh, shit. It is a 5.976. I'm an idiot. 5.976. Gee, so how does that change the implied odds? Because this actually may be the better play. Probably, damn, I didn't realize that. They barely budged it. It's still minus 122. So I'll throw another 500 on there. Fuck it. All right, fuck it. So we got 2 DraftKings pick 6 plays in for college football bet. Anyways, I'm very excited to be back in Virginia, as you can probably tell by me just being glued to my computer, but I should probably go shower. I literally just got off a flight. I smell like shit.